What if I told you that Jin doesn't just dominate music charts anymore? He's now conquering magazine covers like they're stadiums. Imagine 6 different covers released at the same time, and every single one instantly becoming a bestseller. Sounds impossible? Well, for BTS's worldwide handsome, it's just another week. But that's only half the story, because while Jin is breaking records in fashion, BTS is quietly pulling off something even bigger on the global music scene. When people talk about influence, they usually think about streaming numbers or sold-out concerts. But every once in a while, an artist proves their star power in a completely different way. And Jin has just done exactly that. The moment pre-orders opened for ELLE Korea's August issue, something extraordinary happened. Not 1, not 2, but all 6 individual Jin covers, along with the complete 6-cover collector's set, immediately claimed the top 7 spots on major bestseller charts, including Yes 24. Fans rushed to secure their favorite versions so quickly that the rankings looked less like a competition and more like a Jin-exclusive showcase. The story didn't end there. The same domination continued on Aladdin, another of Korea's biggest bookstores, where Jin once again swept the bestseller rankings. It's a reminder that Jin's influence isn't limited to digital platforms. Whether it's music, fashion, or luxury branding, people simply want anything connected to him. And honestly, this isn't even surprising anymore. Earlier this year, his cover for Japan's Spur magazine became an instant bestseller on Amazon Japan the very moment pre-orders opened. The magazine had reportedly wanted Jin on its cover for years, and when it finally happened, fans responded in record-breaking fashion. Copies quickly sold out at Kyobo bookstore as collectors scrambled to own the issue. Before that, the Marie Claire February edition starring Jin achieved something equally remarkable. All 7 available editions occupied the top 7 bestseller positions immediately after pre-orders began. It eventually became the #1 selling magazine on Aladdin's weekly and monthly rankings, while also topping Yes 24's overall and weekly sales charts. Think about that for a moment. Magazines are competing against thousands of books, novels, educational materials, and countless publications. Yet one celebrity cover managed to rise above nearly all of them. That's not ordinary popularity. That's cultural influence. Fashion insiders have noticed too. Korea recently revealed the 5 most talked about moments from the world's 4 major fashion weeks based on views, likes, and comments, among luxury brands, global celebrities, and fashion icons. Jin was the only male idol to appear in the top 5 thanks to his unforgettable appearance at Gucci's 2025 Spring-Summer collection. His presence didn't just attract cameras. It became one of the biggest fashion moments of the entire year. No wonder fans have started calling him the God of Beauty. Whether he's walking into a fashion show or appearing on a magazine cover, the response feels almost immediate. But while Jin continues rewriting the rules of fashion popularity, BTS is doing something equally unbelievable in music. Their 5th studio album ARIRANG refuses to slow down. Week after week, month after month, the album continues proving that its success wasn't just fueled by comeback excitement, it has incredible staying power. For the week of July 3rd through July 9th, ARIRANG ranked #2 on Spotify's weekly top albums global chart. More impressively, the album has now spent 16 consecutive weeks, alternating between 1st and 2nd place. Even more astonishing, it has already reached #1 9 different times, making it the album with the most weeks at the top on Spotify's global album chart this year. That's an achievement very few albums ever reach, and the songs themselves are keeping the momentum alive. The title track Swim held steady at #6 on Spotify's weekly top songs global chart. Meanwhile, fan favorites like Body to Body, 2.0, and Hooligan have all remained on the global chart for the same incredible 16-week run. Even Come Over, released only last month, has successfully stayed on the chart for an entire month. Instead of one viral hit carrying the album, multiple songs continue attracting listeners all over the world. That's the sign of an album people genuinely keep returning to. And outside Spotify, the momentum keeps growing. On the latest UK official albums chart, ARIRANG climbed an impressive 16 places to reach number 21. Its physical sales remain incredibly strong, landing in the top 10 for both album sales and physical album rankings, while also performing exceptionally well in streaming and vinyl categories. Germany is telling a similar story. On Germany's official albums chart, ARIRANG has remained inside the top 10 for 16 straight weeks, while Swim made another major leap on the singles chart. Australia is joining the celebration too, with the album continuing to rank among the country's best-selling releases. It's becoming increasingly clear that ARIRANG isn't simply surviving after its release, it's continuing to grow. And now, the excitement is about to move from charts to stadiums. This weekend, BTS will perform at Allianz Arena in Munich, becoming the first Korean artist ever to headline concerts at one of Germany's most iconic stadiums. For many European fans, it's a historic moment years in the making. But that's still not the biggest stage waiting for them. Just days later, BTS will appear during the halftime show of the 2026 FIFA World Cup final, sharing one of the world's largest entertainment stages alongside global superstars including Madonna, Shakira, and Justin Bieber. Millions of viewers across the globe will be watching. It's a moment that perfectly reflects where BTS stands today. At the same time that Jin is dominating bestseller lists with 6 magazine covers, BTS is filling stadiums, climbing global charts for a 16th consecutive week, and preparing to perform at one of the most watched sporting events on Earth. One member is redefining fashion influence. 7 members are redefining global music history. And somehow, they keep making the impossible look completely normal. So what do you think is more impressive? Jin turning every magazine cover into an instant bestseller? Or BTS keeping ARIRANG at the top of the world's biggest charts for 16 straight weeks? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed discovering another incredible BTS milestone, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next record could arrive sooner than any of us expect.